Good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, coming to you live tonight from Springstead High School in Springstead, Florida, for the Burger Bowl between the Hernando Leopards and the Springstead Eagles. I'm Will Wilkie. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We've got an abbreviated pregame show because we just completed the GCSN Game Day Live here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network, featuring Abe Daldell and Brian Lott. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't had a chance to see that yet. You could find it under the special events section of our YouTube channel. So like I said, this is an abbreviated pregame show here tonight, so let's go ahead and meet the coaches. Starting first with the Hernando Leopards. Tonight we've got Coach Chop Alexander, and he's assisted by Bryce Spalding and Pat Winters. And then we're going to go ahead and check in with the...
We're looking forward to it. We know that they're going to be excited.
With the coaches for Springstead. At least we're going to try to. Looks like that's not going to cooperate here for us tonight. Springstead head coach Mike Garofano is the head coach for Springstead here tonight. And here we go. He's assisted by Sean Fisher on the offensive side and the defensive coordinator, Frank Hines.
Keys to tonight's game against Hernando is ball.
Apologize. It's been a long day. But we're happy that you're joining us here tonight on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. What a great rivalry game this is, the oldest rivalry game in the county. And certainly we expect a great matchup here tonight. So as we get ready to go, let's go ahead and toss it up to the booth with those on the call tonight, Abe Daldell and Dave Barrett. Take it away, boys.
Well, Will, we're happy to be here tonight, but hey, let me just give you guys some huge props on that pregame with the student section in the back for both Hernando and Springstead. And what a great pregame that was, and obviously you had a big role in that. So congratulations on such a wonderful pregame. And can you tell me a little bit about the vibe there pregame with having both cheerleading teams and some of the students from each side there?
Dave, it was one of them situations to where I felt like it was game time. Like we were getting ready to hit the field as Will got everything set up, and he had the shot that we would be able to see the intro of the game day show, the goosebumps, the heartbeat, the crowd going wild behind us. Because we've been talking about this for quite some time, and we finally was able to do it. And we also like to thank Springstead for giving us the opportunity to come here to do it. But it was a moment for the books. It's something very memorable. Like I said, we were nervous, but we had fun doing it, and it looked like something, that we can grow off of. And I believe the kids loved it, as well as the administration.
And absolutely not a better game to have than the oldest rivalry in Hernando County, as Will just mentioned. So to have the Burger Bowl and to have the oldest rivalry and something that these guys look forward to playing each other every year, and for that to be our first pregame show, nothing could be better. But look at this view we got right now of the captains meeting at the 50-yard line, talking over this game with referees, and such a good view. It's almost like we're part of the game all the way up here in the booth, Abe.
Exactly, and it was a tone setter for today. We took a walk down memory lane with Coach Bill Browning, who actually coached at Springstead, and then he went over to Hernando High School to coach that. We also was able to talk to Coach Garofano, which Coach Garofano was a player for Coach Browning, and then we talked to Coach Chop, who he's new to the area, and I told him tonight's a big challenge because not only is it the Burger Bowl, it's his first Burger Bowl. Matter of fact, it's his first in-county game since becoming the head coach of Hernando High School, and it's one of the biggest rivalries in Hernando County. So it is one of those situations where I was like, Coach, you got to have some big shoulders because you're going to have a lot on them tonight.
Well, and he does look like he has his team prepared for tonight. We've seen him in warm-ups. We've seen him with energy all night. I mean, they've been completing great passes in the pre-games over here, and you can see him coming through busting through the cheerleaders there, and they have some pretty good energy for tonight's matchup. So I believe Coach Chops has them ready for his first inter-county match.
Well, we'll see shortly. It's going to be a doozy. But remember, when we always talk about these rivalry games, it's that thing to where you got to keep them emotions in check.
Oh yes.
You got to, penalties. You got to be minimizing penalties. No mistakes and turnovers. Turnovers are going to be the key. Possession might be the key to this game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep the penalty flags off the ground if you're playing here. So I believe we're going to check in here with the starting lineups for tonight's contest. We're going to go offensive, and it looks like our first offense is going to be Hernando. We got Saltzman, the third-year starter, Jeremy Brown, Antonio Brown coming through, and then also on the O line we got Blair, Nevens, Bethencourt, and Roberts covering up the offensive line there for the Leopards.
Now tonight,
let's go defense for the Leopards now. Let's go defense for the Eagles actually. Here we go, defense. We got senior Johns, Archibald, and Manigold, and Rogers as well in the secondary. And then we have sophomore McKinnon, McCullen, and Ramsey, the junior outside backer. And your front four are going to be the
secondary De La Rosa, Edwards, Diaz.
That was the secondary, yes.
But tonight, we got the Burger Bowl 2025. It ought to be a doozy. And like I say, whichever team minimize the penalties.
Okay.
So back deep, Abe, for the Leopards is going to be Kamari Dotson. He's the #1 receiver on this squad, and he has shown us his speed. And Antonio Brown, another athlete, another junior, back deep. So he's got two fast kids back deep as we see the kickoff.
Zoom in a little bit more, Dustin.
Little post kick number 6 is going to be Jason Ingram.
Ingram does
about 10 yards.
Yeah, Ingram does a great job of catching that ball, not letting it hit the ground. And you can see he was able to make the contained man come inside and get that extra 10 yards. So pretty smart, pretty good starting position for the Leopards.
It gives them great field position. And let's see how Saltzman comes out. Look like they got the split formation. Single receiver outside and inside. Saltzman get the ball at the middle. Looks like he gave it to Zero Brown. Brown was able to pick up about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Brown averages 120 yards per contest, and he's able to pick up a quick 5 there. And if you notice, Abe, his superpower is hitting the hole full speed, which he just did. And when you can hit the hole full speed, you can make yards.
Well, Dave, I'm a firm believer of them trenches. Who will be the trenches to make the impact, to make the statement for this game, and then who will be able to finish it in the fourth quarter. Saltzman hands off to Brown again. He goes to the left side. He's met immediately after picking up about 2 yards by a host of Eagles.
First on the scene was #2, Marshawn Archibald. And Archibald's the linebacker that had made a name for himself, and he was able to meet Brown with the speed right there for a small gain. Got about 3rd and 4 here, Abe.
Well, you got to move further back, Eric. You got to move further back. If there's a pass, you won't get it.
Hernando does check into a different formation with a different back.
Look like they go into twins left, single receiver right.
Eric, move to the 20.
Saltzman bobbles the ball, but then he decides to keep it.
It's not going to
about 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for the first down, but you do have decent field position. But it does look like the punt team is coming on. Coach Chomp is appearing to play the. Oh, they're going quick. They're going quick.
Direct snap to Brown. Looks like he was able to pick up the first down on that.
So what Coach Chop did is he sent 4 guys on, 4 guys up, making you think it's going to be a punt. And then he put Jeremy Brown back deep. There it is. Quick snap, and it's just a right up the middle play for quick yards. And as we spoke earlier, Brown has no problem hitting that hole hard.
That was a great display of what just happened on our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast replay. So it'll be up 1st and 10 for the Leopards as they're across the 50 and driving.
What do you think of this new huddle where they just pretty much have the running backs and the receivers as the O-line just stays at the line? That's different.
Still in the twin set. Another handoff. He got the middle, kept his balance. Nice run by Brown. Picked up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Brown has amazing balance. He just showed us, because he was able to, after the first couple of hits, he was able to keep his balance. But Ivan Edwards, number 0 for the Eagles, came up quick for that finishing tackle.
Leopards come back out in that twin set to the right side of the field. Single receiver on the left. Saltzman in the shotgun. Quick handoff and quick move by number 48.
That's Mason Pallett for his first carry of the night, and Pallett is one of their top 3 running backs as well. But he makes his name for the Leopards on defense, generally being the leading tackler this season. But he does enjoy a little change of pace from Brown, helping out the Leopards with that big first down. Hey, what do you think about the huddle with the O-line already in place and then the skill getting things organized? Have you ever seen that? I've never seen that
before. And unknown if when the quarterback comes to the line and he gives whatever signal to the lineman, then they go ahead and respond and react. Another handoff to 48. He jumps to the right, then he heads up the middle, picks up about a half a yard on the play.
Like, this is where you should be for pre-snap.
Well, it's very interesting to me, and I kind of, this is new. It's the first time I've seen it, so it seems to be working. But
it looked like it might play an effect in the fourth quarter because sometimes when the center sets up, he make everybody run to him. Then they run to the line of scrimmage. It might be a situation to where they're there, save some that little bit of energy
saving plenty
in that fourth quarter trenches.
Yeah, this is our 7th, 8th play of the drive, so they've already saved 40 yards.
Perfect, Esther. Perfect.
Saltzman rolls to the right, puts the ball in the air. It's broke up by number 10 of the Eagles. That's going to be Terrell Moti.
Yeah, Terrell. I mean, he was pretty well covered before, and then Terrell came over and knocked that ball in the air. And as a defender, if that ball comes in the air off a ricochet, you have a really good shot of having a safety or another corner pick it off. So great coverage by Tyrell.
It was the first pass attempt by Saltzman as he rolled to the right.
Be 3rd and long here, Abe.
Hand off to Brown up the middle. He was able to pick up a first down on a nice run. Let's go ahead and check this out on the Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay.
Yeah, Abe, you're exactly right. Saltzman just turns to his left, and Brown hits the hole right up the middle. And look at the speed and the balance. Right there's the balance. Right there's the speed. He's able to fall forward and move the chains for the Leopards on this very impressive opening drive.
And it looked like the safety saved that play because if that safety had not came up and went low, he would have been in the end zone.
And that's the second time that safety, Ivan Edwards, has been able to come up and make that happen.
So we got 1st and 10. Split receivers, ball high, but he was able to get it to number 48. 48 was able to pick up about a yard and a half on that play. That's going to be Pallett.
Yep.
Like you say, we're going to hear that name quite a bit. He just had 2 nice runs. While I'm watching him run, it looks like he liked to take that little quick step and then hit the hole.
Yeah, he makes one move and then he goes. But let's give it up to Saltzman for getting that high snap down and then the ball securely to Pallett because that's something hidden that you don't see in the stats. That could have been a negative play that he saved.
But Dave, that puts us in the neighborhood with the Applebee's red zone.
Ooh, I love the Applebee's red zone. Oh, looks like a little bit of premature movement there. Guy in motion and the guy kind of flinch, and it's going to be the first penalty of the game on this opening drive. I mean,
Not sure if it was an on-time call with the penalty because it looked like that ball was snapped real high. So right now, score is 0-0. 5 minutes 34 seconds remaining in the game. We'll be right back.
Take time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks,
Hey,
and
Coach.
waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
all right, Abe, we are back as Coach Garfano's talking to his defense real quick, just trying to keep him out of this end zone here and force a potential field goal or turnover on downs. But right now the Leopards are marching, and they've done a great job with this drive, and it'll bring up a second and about 12 or 13 here with the penalty.
Still in the shotgun formation, single back. Hand off the 0 again, which is Brown, up the middle. Looked like he picked up about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, you know what I liked about that? So they had a tight end on the left with an eye stacked behind the tight end, and then a tailback behind the quarterback in the gun, which is a run set, and that's exactly what they did. And they just attacked the left side of that defense for the Eagles. It looks like they're going to come back to a similar formation right now.
Look like they got number 1, Kamani Dotson, out wide. Handoff again to 0. He's following his block. The linemen are making enough room for him to be able to keep his legs moving, which picked up about another 3-4 yards on that play. And going to bring up a 3rd down.
Abe, all he does there is he gets behind his center and puts his hand on his back, and he pushes his center forward. And as the center goes forward, so does
Actually, it's
Brown.
going to be a 4th down. 4th down in about
4th and a
2 yards.
little bit, and they are going to hustle to the line. Oh, looks like we got a false start. False start.
Well, it was a false start on number 72, but they check it out on this Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay. I gotta give it to number 72. He was moving like he was ready to move somebody. I think that play was going his way. He was gonna be the lead block, and he was motivated and ready to make a move, but the team wasn't ready to go with him.
But it does bring up a field goal opportunity for the Leopards here. Paulette's going to give it a shot.
You got to follow it, Dustin. You're all on the camera.
It's good.
The stutter step did not hinder the kick, as Paulette was able to push it through with the old toe bash.
Right, because you notice that the center gave the ball great, but then the hands, it seemed like it got a little shaky as the holder was placing the ball down, which Paulette slowed down, stopped, paused, and then was able to kick it through, which gave us those 3 points.
He must have a really strong leg, Abe, if he's able to run, stop, and then poke that ball through the upright.
Starting lineups now for the opposite.
With that being said, the Eagles now be going on offense, and let's see who their starting lineup is for tonight.
Hernando's kick was good for a 26-yard.
At the Denny Spa, Norton, Figueroa, Edwards, Moat. On the line, we had Johns, Cheney, Graham. And for the Leopards, we'll be right after the kick.
Oh, over their head.
Monty Grousey tried to get around the outside. He's still on his feet. He reverses it. He got one man to beat, but now he's met by a host of leopards. He lost about 8 yards on the play. Now flags go in the air. Unknown what just happened on that play, but his flags in the air. Lineup for defensive line: Ward, Smith, Richards, Williams. Linebackers for the Leopards: Ingram, Arnold, Pollitt. And your secondary for the Leopards: Brown, Williams, Williamson, and Coleman.
So, Abe, that you're exactly right. Tyrell Monty was taking that ball and would not go down. When he reversed the field, he lost a little bit of yards, and then the Leopards backed him up and tackled him on the 10-yard line. But there was a 15-yard penalty.
Was it for face mask? Or
it was
for
personal foul is what the referee gave us. So it's a 25-yard line start for the first time of the night as the Eagles take the field with just 3:55 left in that first quarter.
Well, it looked like they lined up in trips with a single receiver, unsure what happened with number 8 coming off the field. He must have had equipment violation, and the referee immediately sent him off the field.
Go ahead and get behind the play.
That's Rogers.
Get behind the play.
All right,
Offsides on the Leopards.
This is going to be our first look at Norton, the quarterback for the Eagles.
The call is offsides on the defense.
Yeah, right there is good. Thank you, Jay.
5 yards.
Now Norton also is a run threat quarterback, so he's like the second leading rusher for the Eagles on the season, and has been known to pull it down and get some scrambling yards. Be interesting to see what Coach Garofano and the Eagles do here early, being down 3 points.
The Eagles line up in that trip set, single receiver to left shotgun formation. Quarterback gets it, he runs straight up the middle of the field, picked up about 10 yards on the play, picks up the first down.
Yeah, Abe, the Jimmy John's replay is going to show you. Look at this hole right here. There is a big hole with a lot of blue shirts moving people down the line, and Norton does a great job following the inside lead and getting up the big first down of the night for the Eagles.
Eagles stay in that trip set. Norton and shotgun. Check it with the sideline.
Great job, Jay.
Norton keeps it, goes to the left side of the line, picks up about 5 yards on the carry.
Now Norton showed option, right? Like the back swung out, kept a healthy pitch relationship, and Norton looked, but liked what he saw first and was able to pick up the 5 yards. And you and I both know, Abe, if you can get 5 yards every carry, you're gonna score.
Eagles are liking that formation. They're staying with the trips.
The Leopards are pointing at the Eagles for movement. So let's find out if that's exactly what happened. But it does look like the referee's going to walk it back 5 yards.
You know, I'm quite sure Coach Chop's trying to settle his defense down. As soon as they got on the field, they was hit with a penalty, which put the Eagles in good field position. And then next thing you know, his lineman jump offside, which gave the Eagles more. And then the 2 runs by Norton, they're trying to get him settled down and get him into the game. This is the Eagles' first time out on offense. Still in that same formation. Second down and 10. Norton keeps it. Met by a host of Leopards after picking up about 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Keegan Ward was the defensive end on scene, but his buddy, number 33, Kevin Smith, was there first to bring down Norton. Norton was reading the edge, and instead of giving the ball to his running back, he pulled it down. We've got a new formation for the Eagles here, Abe.
Third down and 5.
Around the outside, looked like he stepped out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play.
You know, the wide receiver had
Look like it'll be holding.
Yeah, you're going to see this. This is right at our cameras. It's a good throw, a good catch, and you can see right there at the bottom the jersey gets pulled, and that's probably where the flag is going to get. As you can see, number 9, Isaiah Williams, and one of the captains for tonight's contest, was very angry about that missed opportunity, but the referee did throw the laundry for it.
Seems like Coach Garofano and staff are dialing up the right plays, but right now they're getting hit with back-to-back penalties that actually hurts a great play.
It'll kill. Penalties will kill a drive, as you and I know, Abe.
Norton keeps it again, straight up the middle, still rolling. Came out his helmet, gets the first down.
Hey, there was a lot going on pre-snap with the Eagles overstacked the left side and then brought motion to the left, and they showed the fake, but Norton kept the ball up the middle and found a lane, and as you saw him as he was tackled, his helmet flew off and rolled about 3 or 4 yards, but it does give the Eagles their first down over the 50-yard line here.
Looks like the Eagles go into a 4-wide set, shotgun formation. Quick pass to Edwards, gets around the left side, still moving his feet. Looked like he was pushed out of bounds after picking up about 7 yards on the carry.
Abe, it's a simple play. It's a quick snap, it's a quick throw, and you're already at the sideline. You just keep moving forward, and you pick up 7.5, 8 yards on first down. Like, that is a great play for the Eagles.
Eagles have found something that is working for them, able to move the chains and moving the ball down the field. Like I said, it was only a couple times they had penalties that actually backed them up, but they've been moving the ball successfully. That was a quarterback keeper by Aiden Coleman. Looked like he might have picked up a yard and may have lost a yard on that play.
Yeah, Coleman comes in as the leading passer for the Eagles, and where Norton is one of the more efficient running quarterbacks for the Eagles. Still 3rd and short now.
Hands off to number 3. Big dozer going up the middle.
That's going to
pick up the first down.
That's William Figueroa coming up the back. I mean, you saw how big that guy is, and he's one of the leading tacklers for the Eagles on defense. Figueroa able to pick up a very important first down at the end of the first quarter, and 2 amazing offensive drives for both teams. And we got a 3-0 ball game, Abe, with some great first quarters.
So into the first quarter, 3-0, and we'll be right back. We're going to take a commercial break.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
When we're back, it seemed like we had a few penalties on both sides, but it looks like right now the Eagles have found something that is helping them drive straight down the field. Quick handoff again to number 3. He got daylight on the right side.
Yeah, that's Figueroa again, and brought down by Wayland Williams, the junior outside backer, and you give Figueroa some space, and he's going to take it. He's going to be extra hard to bring down. But it's again, we got a 2nd and short, which we had last series. The Eagles have had a couple different success in a couple different formations. This is one of them.
2nd and 1. Motion. Fake handoff. Norton takes it up the middle, picks up speed, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's our first touchdown of the night. And that was another well-designed play. You're going to see the Jimmy John's replay. We got motion. All right, Figueroa's going to lead for him. Brings out the outside backers, which gives the offensive lineman some space to get their blocks. And Norton needs to see nothing else as he takes it to the end zone for the first touchdown of the evening.
So they both teams have had the ball. Leopards was able to come away with 3. Eagles was able to punch it in. We got a game on our hands, and it looked like that first quarter went by fast. So timing of this ball game is going to be a key.
Oh, so the unique formation there for the two. A lot of times offensive teams will show you that formation and then change into the kicking spot. They went ahead and hiked the ball. There's a lot of options. I call that the swinging gate. What do you call it?
I call it the swinging gate also, but I also call it gutsy, being that we know we're going to have a close game here because now with another field goal, the Leopards are still back in this game. And it's going to come down to field possession in time. Who's going to have the ball last?
And which defense is going to make a play? Because we both talked pre-game about what was going on and what we were looking for. And we talked about turnovers and penalties. And we have yet to see a turnover, but we have seen some really good offense. But the defense has made them earn every yard. I mean, it wasn't a one-play 60-yard bomb or anything. I mean, we were getting first down after first down after first down for both offenses.
Right now, this opportunity where the Leopards will be able to get their defense, bring them back in, go over what's going on, talk about what's happening, on the Eagles side of the ball. Because right now, Norton is running that show over there.
Great job, Jay.
Michael Brown goes around the right side. He's still twisting and turning. Finally met by a host of Eagles.
Yeah, that first one on there was number 27, Ashton Terps. And Terps almost took the ball out of Michael Brown's hand. Michael Brown was able to pull it back in before it escaped him. But looks like the Leopards are going to start right around the 30, just shy of the 30. Actually, correct that, over the 30. So I got the 33-yard line, which, again, in traditional football, that's a pretty strong starting position.
Right, so let's see what Saltzman and his team can come out and do this second series that they get.
Nice shot, Jay.
Looks like they're going to come in a 4-wide
tonight, man. Great job.
motion. Number 1 goes around the right side. He got a little daylight, makes a move, and he finally steps out of bounds. That's going to be Kamani Dotson.
Kamani Dotson is not the quarterback. That is not Saltzman. So they used an athletic wide receiver at quarterback and tried to expose the Eagles' defense with some numbers and picked up
about 4 or 5 yards.
Okay,
on that carry.
4 or 5 yards. That's a good pickup. Saltzman's back in though, just so you know.
Second down and long 6 for the Leopards.
I'm sorry, I missed it. One remaining. They don't have a lot.
Saltzman hands off.
Oh, sorry.
Hands off to Brown. Brown's met at the hole.
And those are some hard yards.
It seemed like the Eagles had that play down because they were able to meet Brown in the hole. That was the first time tonight we've seen where he tried to go up the middle and was stopped without gaining a yard.
Yeah, that Eagles defense has been known to tighten up, especially there in the middle. Caleb Johns is one of the number 51. Caleb Johns is one of the captains for the Eagles tonight. A big reason for that.
Nice catch by number 13, Mobley. Mobley still moving. The pile is pushy, still moving.
Yeah, Mobley just did not want to go down. Jesse Diaz, number 15, was the final Eagle to bring him down. But you're going to see an excellent play by Saltzman as he sees his Mobley in the flats wide open, and look at him just move his feet, he's even running backwards and sideways, but as we said, Diaz able to finish him off there, but not before he picked up a big first down for the Leopards.
So far, the Leopards have had 68 yards rushing, 15 yards passing on offense. Quick toss to number 2. He around the right side. He's caught after.
Yeah, that's
he looked like he might have picked up a yard on the play.
That's Waylon Williamson on the toss there, and that's unique because it looked like a jet. They brought the motion over, quick fake, and then a pitch. So now the jet man actually is a lead blocker, and you got an extra body over there to throw around some of the defenders. It didn't bring up a lot of yards on that play, but it is something that the Leopards can come back to.
Looked like the Leopards had success when they went into that formation when they were passing because the flats and the outs were open. That's how they were able to get the ball to number 13. Another handoff to Brown. He picked up about a yard and a half on that play.
Those are some very, very tough yards. McCollum was on the stop there, number 4 for the Eagles, and you could see, when him and Brown made contact there, they pretty much it was a stalemate. But it is 3rd down and 8, and 2 really tough plays for the Leopards. The Eagles are definitely making them work for those inside runs.
Right there. Great shot.
All right, we got some pre-snap. Must have had some movement there, Abe. We had a guy in motion and someone else moved, so it's going to back him up 5 more yards. Abe, this is exactly what happened the last time the Leopards had the ball. They were moving the ball, and they got an offsides, and it took them out of the touchdown opportunity and forced the field goal.
Well, right now it looks like Saltzman's going to have to go deep in order to get this first down. So they got split to the right, single receiver up top. Brown in the back, shotgun Saltzman. He drops back, got a guy, turns another guy, and they bring him down for the first sack of the night.
Yeah,
by number 53.
That's Antonio Graham, and he was one of the first 3 people there for the Eagles. It looked like he was able to finish him off right there, but Graham had some help, and it was a team tackle there for the sack. Gabriel Dooley also on scene for the Eagles, and now Abe, it's a 4th down situation.
It looks like the Leopards are going to punt. Back deep, it look like they got Edwards.
Oh.
He's going to take it to the right side.
I don't think it's going to matter. We had some contact with the punter.
And some laundry on the field.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot of contact with the punter, but it was contact. And that is the vicinity of the flag. So I'm sure Hernando is going to get another opportunity here. And Coach Garofano's already talking to the referee, asking for some communication here.
Well, normally, like I say, penalties are going to be the determinant of this game. Penalties, field position.
Yeah. Coach Garofano's all the way up to the hash asking for the white hat to come over because he thought his guy had his hands up in the air,
so they're going to re-kick.
All right, they're going to re-kick, so Jay, go ahead and take the receiver.
The call is roughing the kicker on the play.
Oh.
So you got De La Rosa back deep, as well as Edwards for the Eagles.
They are going to give him a few yards here for this kick, but it was. Oh, they're not going to. 5 yards? All right. So instead of a 4th and 20, it's 4th and 15. Still punting situation.
Once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe and like tonight's Glory Days Burger Bowl. And don't forget, we're going to have the Glory Days Player of the Game.
That's a high punt, Abe. That's a high punt.
Went through his hands, picked up by the Leopards, number 3.
Michael Brown on the opportunistic fumble recovery, and
I haven't seen this.
Yeah, they haven't signaled, but you're going to see, I just told you how high that punt was, and that is not easy to catch. It touches the Springstead player, and they pick it up, but the
You're going to try to say the ball is down there, and he could not advance it, so it looked good for a touchdown, but it actually put the Leopards in great field position.
Yeah, big play for Michael Brown and the Leopards. That high punt, Abe, I think a high punt is one of the hardest things to catch on the planet. That's just my personal opinion. So when I saw how high that punt was, I was very nervous for the young man back deep. But Michael Brown has covered it. It is a first down for the Leopards inside the 5-yard line. It doesn't get too much better than that for starting position.
And like I say, turnovers will be the key. This is one of the...
That's where he called fair catch.
You cannot advance a muff punt.
Referee, it's timeout.
All right, they did change. They did change the spot, but we are in the Applebee's red zone.
In that neighborhood, they're knocking on the door.
They are knocking on the door, and they'll get four downs for the chance to score. And we've seen Saltzman and the Leopards move methodically down the field several times in this game already. So
now, is this where you go ahead and use Brown?
Well, Brown does lead them in touchdowns. He has 3 or 4 on the season, and he's their leading rusher on the night. But you also have
Dotson that's doing a great job. And one thing, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in at halftime for our senior spotlight tonight.
Yes, the senior spotlight is going to be awesome. They're going to get a T-shirt from Gulf Coast Sports Network, and they're going to get a Glory Days gift certificate, the coveted Glory Days gift certificate.
And the senior spotlight tonight is going to feature Caleb Johns of Springstead. The Leopards got single receiver to the right. Saltzman gets the ball, hands off to Brown. Brown is driving his legs, flag on the play. Brown is still up.
Well,
another flag on the play.
We didn't have a ton of flags early in this contest, but we have seen it a lot more lately. Yeah, you're going to see Brown keep his legs moving. Right here's contact, legs moving. What? Legs moving. And they're able to stand him up after the 3rd attempt.
We got a holding on the Leopards, face mask on the Eagles, and they offset it with still first down.
Still first down, still on the 8-yard line. And still 6-3 in favor of the Eagles.
So Dave, remember when they snuck Dotson in at quarterback and he was able to run and get 5 yards?
Yes.
This is that area to where something like that will work. Hands it up to Brown. Brown is moving his feet hard, picks up about 2.5 yards on that play, brings up a second down and goal for the Leopards.
Yeah, it looks like Hernando's very comfortable with giving Brown 4 opportunities here. And I don't blame him one bit because Brown has been very good at carrying the team.
But you also realize Springstead defense shut that run down for a few series to where the Leopards weren't getting any yards up the middle, and they had to use the screen pass to get out of that. Another flag on the play, hand off to Brown, and he was immediately met.
Springstead's doing a great job of stuffing that middle, singing some pressure. But again, we have another flag, and that's starting to be a problem now. It's going to be on the offense.
He's going to back the Leopards up.
Well, maybe they do come back to Mr. Kamani Donson, like you mentioned earlier, Abe, because the middle seems to be clogged up right now by by the Eagles.
And it made the Eagles have to adjust to the speed of him coming out with the ball.
Second and goal for the Leopards.
Here we go, Dave. Motion.
Wow.
He tried to hand it off to Dotson around the left end, but the Eagles was not playing with them on that play. Everybody stayed home.
You're going to see the Jimmy John's replay, the Freaky Flash replay. Look at the edge of the Eagles as they all flow outside and nowhere for Dotson to go. And wow, what a tackle there by number 0, Ivan Edwards, the I Do Everything team player for the Eagles. He's top 3 in receiving, top 2 in rushing, and a leader on defense.
So I'm not sure if the Leopards have a tight end, because right now everything is coming to the middle for Brown. Fake Brown up the middle, tight end pop to the tight end. Gave it to the tight end, but they swinging him out right. They would have gave the tight end straight up in the middle of the field because all the Eagles are coming up and just dump it over their heads is right there. But yet they throw it to him on the outside. He picked up a yard. The Jimmy John's Freaky Fast replay.
And check out Aaron De La Rosa right here with the big hit on the big tight end, because 81 is a large player and athletic as well with the ball in his hands.
So now the Leopards going to set up for another field goal.
A game-tying field goal, as you alluded to earlier, Abe.
So way is high, and looks like it's good. We got a tie ball game.
It's right down the middle. He did not have to stop and pause. He was able to give the full foot as it went through the upright, and it is a tie ball game, Abe. Just like I feel like you called this.
Well, just like I said, here's a Freaky Fast Jimmy John's replay.
Right down the middle with both referees on the same page there.
But what hurt the Leopards drive? True enough, that punt put them in great position, but then penalties got them up, and then getting down there, that's where you have to, those play action passes, because that's what opened it up, because the Eagles was able to crash down on those tackles and those guards and shut that middle completely
Hey
down.
there. Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Like I was saying, Dave, we've only seen Saltzman rolling out and hitting the outside passes. They haven't going down the middle.
Ivan Edwards, definitely. You got to twice. Look at this. Ivan Edwards had some space on that, and he attacked the hole. But you were absolutely right what you were saying, Abe. Those penalties down low and some big plays there for the Eagles defense to combat that too. 3 minutes and 38 seconds. We've got a tie ball game before the halftime here.
Great job switching up, boys. Good job.
So now can the Eagles answer that turnover?
So what the Eagles do right now is they all look at the coach once they line it up, and he gets to take a peek at the defense and pick the best play possible for their.
Looked like they were missing
an important guard.
Number 53, Graham. He finally got out to the field. Oh, and opens it up wide over there.
Yeah, Norton has no problem keeping this ball and running it up there, but it's probably the fourth tackle tonight for Kevin Smith, the junior defensive lineman, able to keep him down to 4. But Dotson hit that hole. It looked like he might have had a little bit of space if it wasn't for our buddy Kevin Smith.
Try to hold it steady, Jay. Zoom out a little bit. There you go.
Eagles stay in that shotgun formation.
Great spot there.
Motion to the left.
Right there.
A fake. Norton keeps it, finds some space up the middle, still moving on his feet. Finally met by a host of Leopards.
Man, that's
after picking up the first down.
That's 5 Leopards that met him after the first down, like you said. You're going to see the Jimmy John's freaky fast replay. Quick motion here, and he just accelerates north and south, has a lead right there, and number 20 for the Leopards. Quick to finish him off on that tackle, and that 20 is Aiden. Yeah.
With the few penalties that we've had, this still is a great ball game going on right now. Both teams are doing what they can do.
Hey, I just realized we have 2 Aiden Colemans in this game, and one plays quarterback, one plays defense for each team.
Well, did you think this game would be a 6-6 game?
I knew it was going to be a very evenly matched game, in my opinion. Hey, Tyson Norton's already got 65 yards rushing and a touchdown on just 6 carries. That's a really good night. Jeremy Brown also has 61 yards rushing for the Leopards. He's had 10 opportunities tonight. So both teams be able to get it done on the ground.
Eagles come out with twins to the right. Shotgun formation to Norton. Norton hands off to big number 3. Tries to get around the outside, but he was met by number 20 of the Leopards. That's going to be Aiden Coleman. Was able to take him down.
Yeah, we've seen Figueroa all over the field on defense and now again on offense. And he picked up a big first down for us in the first quarter. And he has no problem getting some of those tough yards for the Eagles. Uh-oh, we got a flag. And that's pre-snap. That's before we line up. You did talk about the rivalry.
And another penalty, he took his helmet off.
Yeah, listen, we've all been a part of rivalries where the emotions go high and it does look like there is going to be a 15-yard free first down here, in my opinion, before the white hat signals. But you get 2 of those and you're out of the game. And you can see the referees there writing down the names and numbers and making sure they keep their logs. But Coach Gierfano talking with his player. Great view. Got the band getting ready for the halftime show coming, walking the track there.
Once again, make sure you guys check out our senior spotlight interview with Caleb Johns. And I believe our own Dave Barrett sat down and did the interview.
Yeah, it was great to meet Caleb Johns and talented young man with a bright future. And I hope you guys enjoy his senior spotlight tonight. And I know we enjoyed meeting him and wish him nothing but the best in the future as well.
So that was 2 penalties on him, and he's actually thrown out of the ball game.
So he will not be back in the game, and that's
that was number 6, Jason Ingram.
Yeah, so that's going to be an
important
part. Yeah, because these rivalry games, this will be the last time they play each other this year because they are not they are not in the same district. So this is a one and done. But I believe they walked that off twice, Abe, and it does bring him into the red zone there. Looks like we're on the 15-yard line, Abe.
So we're in the neighborhood.
Oh,
he almost had it. I got to give it to the Leopards on that play. That play could have went to the end zone, but those players swarmed to the ball, and they got to the ball quickly. Yes, they tried to jump up and grab it, but check out the Jimmy John freaking pass.
Hey, this is number 3, Michael Brown, who recovered the fumble earlier just moments ago, and look at him hustle back to finish off the talented run by Ivan Edwards, or not the run, the catch. But yeah, what an opportunistic player Michael Brown is for the Leopards. But it does bring up 2nd and 14 right now.
pass across the middle, a little too high for number 10. That's going to be Terrell Multi.
Yeah. Norton had a nice play action there and just threw the ball a little north of his receiver. But Abe, being in the red zone matters, and coming up short matters. In a tie game right now with 1:33 till halftime, you really need to pick up the first, if not the touchdown, if you are the
Eagles throw that much tonight.
That's 2 throws in a row, and bread and butter has been the run. Perhaps they were trying to take advantage of the new player.
Eagles only have 4 yards passing tonight. Their bread and butter has been the run game of Norton. Norton keeps the ball, tries to go up middle, and he's caught in the back by number 3. That's going to be Michael Brown.
Making the case for the Glory Days player of the game already with a couple big plays for the Leopards, and that brings up 4th down just outside the 20. Is it too far to kick? What do you think, Abe? It's a tie ball game. Clock is running.
Look like they're going to go for it.
20-yard field goals.
Remember at the beginning of the game, I said the Leopards have a stingy defense, only giving up 7 points per game. Will their defense stand up right now? The Eagles come out in trips, single receiver to the right, shotgun formation to Norton.
Oh, they're doing
coach is holding, they're checking with the coach. 39 seconds remaining in the ball in the first half, and they called timeout. They might have wanted to see what the Leopards were going to do. So right now, with 37 seconds remaining in the first half, 6-6, we're going to go take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Dave, we back. We got 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Who would have thought it would have been 6-6?
Hey, and I'm excited to see what the Eagles do here, because, it is a long way to go. 4th and 16.
Looks like they're going to try for a field goal.
Okay.
You're on the field Eric follow it to the uprights, and then Dustin.
It looks like number 28 for the Eagles, Logan Kipner. Can Logan put the Eagles ahead prior to halftime? Oh, and it bounces its way in.
Wow, Abe. It touched the upright and went the correct way into the It's Good.
Check out the Jimmy John freaking fast replay.
Yeah, Kepler's just going to step into this. Good snap, good hold, good kick, and you're going to see this make it just enough. They say football is a game of inches. That is Exhibit A, and the Eagles are going to take a 9-6 lead with 37 seconds left to go in the half.
I don't know, Dave. Number 9 was right there as he come out. I don't know if Isaiah Williams would have laid out. He might have blocked that because he was mighty close, and he pulled up. Had he laid out, he might have gotten that one.
And Isaiah's been a big player for the Leopards this year. He's got a couple of interceptions and a lot of big tackles. He had one earlier, drew the flag on the holding call. But I'm sure he would have liked to just give a little bit more, maybe a little touch.
But I tell you, it's still a great ball game. And listen, they got Kamani Dotson in the back. He's a playmaker. He has the ability to take one back. So with 31 seconds, you cannot say we're at half just yet.
No, you can't kick it deep. If you ask me, I'm not kicking it deep.
Let's see if they put it in the hands of Dotson. It's in Brown. That's another one. Brown may find some daylight. He found some room. Oh, he almost got round until he had some daylight.
He had a little hole, and it was clogged really quick by number 4 for the McCollum for the.
I'm quite sure when Brown watched this on Saturday morning while he's eating some cereal, he's going to see that play. He's going to be like, oh, I should have made one more step to the right, and I would have had nothing but daylight.
Yeah. We got 24 seconds left. Do we let Saltzman take a couple shots? We know Saltzman's been playing for 3 years at the varsity level. We know he can throw it almost to the end zone from here. Do you give him the chance? Why not? It's a rivalry game. I say do it. What do you say?
I'm looking for the pass. You know what? Let's get in field goal range. We got timeouts. We got time today. You see Dodson, ball's in the air. Saltzman is trying to show his arm tonight. Dodson was not able to get up under there. I think if Saltzman take 2 to 3 steps on that drop back.
So watch the speed. Watch the speed of Dodson. He starts running a little bit more at the top end when the ball's in the air, but really, that's going to back up the safety, in my opinion. That's going to loosen up the corners to know that Saltzman can do that.
Saltzman would have gave me 2 more steps back and put that ball in the air like he did. It would have gave that receiver enough time to run up under that. But Saltzman showed his true arm just now.
Well, the offensive line did give him plenty of protection, too. We'll see if they can do it again here. They're probably going to press.
Hand off to Browning, he fumbles. Looked like the Eagles recovered.
It is a fumble.
Number 42 of the Eagles.
Yeah, it is a fumble and a turnover, and that's going to be picked up by Jacob McKinnon for the Eagles. Hey, the first turnover of the night, you mentioned the turnover being a big deal. We got 13 seconds left to go in the half. Is that enough time for the Eagles, or are they just going to play it safe and let Norton run up the middle? What do you think?
I don't know. Coach Garofano might want to try his luck at shooting for the end zone, seeing what he can come up with.
What he does have his trip set, and this trip set was working for him earlier in the first quarter.
He drops back. He puts the ball in the air.
A catch is made. Whose ball is it? Whose ball is it?
It was in both hands. And there's an interception by the Leopards.
Wow.
Referee Singer. The Leopards is not trying to lay down right now. They are trying to stay fighting in this game. They got 5 seconds remaining.
This ball by Norton is good, and it looks like it's going to be caught. But number 9, Isaiah Williams, able to fight for it. And they do signal first down for the Leopards. And I'm sure Coach is going to take a knee here. I'm not sure he doesn't want to run it inside his 10-yard line. What an electric first half, Abe. We've had a tie. Now it's a field goal difference. We've had a fumble, an interception.
We had a few penalties that kind of did a little movement. I'm quite sure the Leopards wish they would get that one back that they had to kick the field goal on. But that should have been a touchdown automatically. They would have still been up in this ball game. But other than that, we've got a great
They're
game.
lining up for tight victory. They're just going to take a knee here and just get to halftime and regroup. And a great first half, Abe. A great first half in the Burger Bowl, baby. The Burger Bowl does not disappoint as we have Springstead with 9 and the Hernando Leopards 6. And I'm sure there's going to be an amazing halftime show by the band as they always come out every home game here for the Eagles. But yeah, absolute awesome night of the first half for us.
And also make sure you guys check out our senior spotlight featuring Caleb Johns of Springstead with a great interview by our own Dave Barrett. So right now we got the score 6 Leopards, 9 Eagles, and let's center up the wheel.
Thank you, Abe and Dave. Great job on the first half call. And what a game we've got going on here at the Eagle Nest. 9-6. This is what a rivalry game is all about, folks. Welcome, everyone, to GCSN at the half. Got a lot of great content coming up for you on our halftime show. After a short commercial break, we'll get things started with tonight's Senior Spotlight featuring Caleb Johns of Springstead. We had an interview potentially scheduled with Dana Pierce, but that was actually an issue on our end, so we're going to have to skip that tonight. But we're going to come back with the first half Game Changers, sponsored by Game Changer Sports Apparel of Hernando County. Check them out. And then we're going to close things up with the McMurdo Family Vision Regional Scoreboard. All that coming up next. It's halftime, 9-6.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Caleb, now that you're a senior and you've made your mark on the program, what can you tell us about the beginning of your start with the Eagles of Springstead and how you've evolved over the years now that this is your senior year?
It was a grind. You know, I started my sophomore year, junior year, and now my senior year. You know, that's not a guarantee. Normally you don't start your sophomore year. Put in a lot of work, and I look forward to this upcoming season and getting better.
Coach Garofano has built a great program and consistently one of the top teams in the area and the region. What have you seen from Coach Garofano to make it that way?
He has a no-nonsense attitude, number one. If you don't got your stuff together, you don't get to play. And you miss practice, you don't play. You goof off in practice, you do a punishment, like up-downs, push-ups, running, and nobody wants to do that, including myself. So everything's in straight and order, which allows us to work well as a team and win games.
How often are you punished?
Never.
Never. That's a great leader right there, never. Coach Garofano, you have been one of the most consistent and successful coaches in the area. How has Caleb contributed to that success for the Springstead Eagles?
Caleb is a 3-year starter. He's also a wrestler, so we encourage kids to play other sports. It's just, you know, I don't believe in a one sport for every kid. You know, you have to do football, and we allow them to do that. Sometimes it gets involved into the fall as well because they have tournaments, and that builds his like toughness, you know, and so we encourage that kind of thing. And like I said, he's a 3-year starter, and he's been a stalwart on our offensive line and defensive line for 3 years now. So we really lean on him and depend on him on both sides of the ball.
You've been through a lot of football games. What can you tell me about your favorite football game?
My favorite, I would say probably beating Nature Coast at home. My first year starting. Oh, well, not my first year, but when they came home my junior year, because it's away, home, and we beat them because they were talking a whole bunch of crap, and I don't respect that. I like to talk with my pads, and it just felt good shutting them up.
What can you tell me is your proudest moment as a player?
Well, my sophomore year of football, we were playing Mitchell at home. We just got whooped by Mitchell the year before, 2 games in a row. And we were down a touchdown with, I want to say, 15 seconds left, goal line, 1-yard line, and I was starting a line, and we ran a play called Superman, and we just shoved it in, and we won the game off that, and that was my proudest moment.
Coach Garofano, it's very important to have great leadership as the foundation of your program, of any program. How has Caleb fit into the leadership style on your team?
Well, he is the leader. I mean, and especially by example. He's physical, he's fearless, and kids feed off that. We need that toughness. And in some areas that's lacking. We're really young this year, really inexperienced in a lot of positions, only 2 returning starters, him being one of them. And they need to emulate his behavior and his toughness and his character and how he won't back down from anybody.
Caleb, tell me about your personal and team goals this season.
Well, my personal goals is to make the playoffs again. And for the team, I would love for us to, I want to say 8-2, and win majority of our games, because we came out with a loss our first week, and that's tough to come back from. But my hopes as a team is that we power through this, we get better, and we just steamroll the rest of our teams.
Of course, success is important on the field. I think what most people forget is how much coaches care about success off the field. What can you tell me about Caleb off the field?
He's an honor student. He's a leader in the hallway as well, in the classroom as well as on the field. And that's what we look for. I mean, we're not just trying to build a football team or win games. We're trying to build, character, young men of character, and see them succeed well beyond football, well beyond Springstead. And we try and instill that in all our players. It's not just win at all costs program. We don't recruit kids. We don't do any of that. Hey, whoever we end up with, whoever we have, we coach them to the best of our ability, and we want to try and see them do great things outside of Springstead for the community, become great, fathers, become great husbands, and productive community members.
Football is a long journey. You've been playing for many years. Who would you like to thank along the way?
I would like to thank all the coaches, and especially my dad. He kind of got me into it, because I really wasn't planning on playing football. I was kind of just not going to do anything, honestly. But he got me into it. Once I found a love for football, all the coaches, even the ones when I had losing seasons, they encouraged me to do better and inspired me to do better things. And right now in high school, I guess I'll thank Coach Garofano and Coach Hines, because they've been my personal coaches for a long time.
Caleb, we're going to start with our rapid-fire questions. Your first question is, who is your favorite player of any sport and why?
My favorite player of any sport would be probably Gable Stevenson of wrestling, because he's a big guy, and I look at him when I need to get better and see what I can do better. He's an Olympic champ and a 2-time national champ.
Tell me about your favorite rivalry game. Who is it, and why is it your favorite rivalry?
I'll go back to it. Us versus Mitchell, I wouldn't say it's a true rivalry, but for the couple years, we lost to them, and it felt good to beat them.
What is your favorite school tradition?
My favorite school tradition is the Spirit Walk. I'm sure every school does it. Well, our school also does it, and I think we do it the best out of every school in the county, and it feels good to be recognized by my peers.
What is a Spirit Walk?
So it's your football team, maybe your band members, cheerleaders, you all walk around the school, a bunch of students come out, they clap, they say good luck, and it just feels good.
What is your favorite pregame ritual?
My favorite pregame ritual is the pregame meal, because I like to eat, and it helps fuel me towards the game.
Who is your funniest teammate and why?
Funniest teammate's me. I'm the funniest. I'm hilarious. And it keeps the spirits up at practice, and it's just a fun time.
Yeah. What do you look forward to most after graduation?
Wrestling in college. I would say getting a job, but nobody wants to get a job. I'm looking to continue my academic career and athletic career in college, and I'm looking forward to that.
We'd like to thank you, Caleb Johns, 2025 Senior Spotlight.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Hornets' Nest here at Weeki Wachee High School with a football game.
Apologies, that was our interview from last week. But now let's go ahead and check in with our first half game changers. First for the offense. That's going to be Tyson Norton, putting together 7 rushes on the ground for 63 yards and a score. Responsible for 6 of the 9 points for the Eagles tonight. And now let's go ahead and check on the defensive game changer for the first half. This time we're going to take it over to the Hernando side. Blake Williams, 2 tackles and 2 tackles for loss tonight. He's been all over the field. So congratulations tonight to Norton and Williams, our first half game changers. We'll be right back after this.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
I went through the VFW, I went through the American Legion, and I felt they couldn't help me. And, you know, I got in touch with Chris, and he got right to work on it, and I'd say within a year, I had 100% disability.
Welcome back to the action here at the Eagles Nest, here at Springstead High School. 9-6 is our score. But now it's time to toss it back up to the booth with Abe Dowdell and Dave Barrett.
I cannot tell you how awesome that interview was with the senior spotlight and Caleb. And if you got a chance to check that out, what a special young man he is, and we appreciate him sitting down with us. But this battle of the Burger Bowl battle is everything it's been cranked up to be. Abe, what do you think so far for the second half? What would be the keys for the second half, do you think, in this so close game?
The keys for the second half is to maintain composure, come out strong, continue to play, because football is 4-quarter game. Minimize the turnover, minimize the penalties, and play smart. Because we already seen where the Leopards got hurt by number 6 with his emotions, and then he's not able to finish out this game out here on the field. So you got to be smart, especially with a game like this. It's been a great game. I mean, you can't take anything away other than a few good plays, a few bad plays, but all in all,
yeah, it's been everything.
This is what a rival is supposed to be like.
And I am excited, and the young man that left, I'm certain that he's telling his buddies, pick me up. I messed up. I apologize. Pick me up. Play for me. And you and I have both coached at different levels, and we both know that it's always the next guy up. And it, no matter if it's injury or what have you, you have to have the next guy prepared. And that's why when you have practice, everybody's involved, not just your starters, not just an offense. I mean, you're practicing the whole team, and they all know the system, and they just got to be football players, and that's what they are. And I'm really impressed with the level of football we've seen tonight on the offensive side and the defensive side. I keep talking about the offense because I'm seeing motions and good runs and nice passes, but the defense has just been flying to the ball, and Mr. Michael Brown, number 3 for the Leopards, very opportunistic young man. I mean, getting that punt and nearly intercepting the bubble screen. I mean, I can't wait to see what the Leopards have in store for us this second half, and what the Eagles have in store for us, and how they play with the lead. You're up by 3 points. How do you play with that 3 points? I mean, you still gotta protect it. So are you running every play with Norton? Are you giving it to Figueroa? Like, what are you doing? And they get the first chance to extend that lead here in the second half, as they will be returning the ball.
All right, Jay, you're going to be on the...
This is going to be an important series for the Eagles coming out of half. Will they take the ball and take it the length of the field, or will the Leopards get a stop? This is going to really be very important as they're coming out. They had the momentum going into half, but what happens this half?
Well, a very even first half, and potentially another even second half. So we're going to see how this turns out. And it looks like we got back deep Ivan Edwards, number 0, and number 10, Tyrell Monty for the Eagles. Well, they're going to kick it deep, Abe. Oh, over their head, Abe. And into the end zone. Wow. That was a really great kick. I did not see them kick that deep in the first half. They kicked it short, and that was a great opportunity for the Leopards to start now at the 20. Not the Leopards. The Eagles will start at the 20, but it's a great kick by the Leopard kicker there. So like you said, Abe, it's going to be the first offensive series for the Eagles. Chance to make a statement. They're going to bring William Figueroa back with Norton again to start the half.
You might want to go further back there. Just use the zone.
Norton hands off. Up the middle, he's tripped up.
That's going to be the Figueroa, but Figueroa had that ball a little bit away from the body, more than Coach Garofano would appreciate. But he does run hard, and he was able to pick up about 5 yards on that very first carry of the second half.
He was tripped up by number 23, Blake Williams. on that play after he picked up about 4 yards.
And Blake Williams is making a name for himself on the defensive side of the ball.
Norton takes it right up the middle. Still on his feet, picks up the first down. Finally met by a host of Leopards.
Yeah, that's number 2, Marshawn Archibald with a big block for Norton, springing him free, and that'll be a huge first down for the Eagles. As that offense, if you have 9 points, you might think that the offense didn't do their job, but that is not true. It's just been long, consistent drives. First downs, getting third and shorts. But it looks like the White Hat's going to run over and talk with Coach Garofano before they take any further plays here. But, yeah, you can see the White Hat talking with Garofano there, and they're getting something cleared up.
Great job, Jay.
Hoping to resume this first down.
Good job, buddy.
As play resumes, the ball is on the 32-yard line. First and 10,
All right.
Eagle.
The clock has started. Here we go.
Zoom out just a hair, Dustin.
Eagles stay in that spread formation with a single receiver to the left, motion left. Another handoff to number 3 of the middle. He picks up about 8 yards on the carry. It's going to be Figueroa again.
So there's a lot of misdirection in that whole series. We had motion from one way. They gave it to William. They gave it to William Figueroa, and then Norton faked it after the give, and Hernando's going to have to start tackling 3 different guys and not always know where the ball is.
That would be a technical foul on the team, so please do not blow the whistle if you have one in the stands. Thank you.
Another quick handoff straight up the middle, picks up a first down, and Moore still moving his feet.
Figueroa is feeling himself. He is bringing. He's got the spoon saying, "Feed me right now, Abe." You're going to see the Jimmy John's freaky fast replay. Look how fast he gets. As soon as he has the ball, he steps to the side, and right now he's looking for contact. He runs tall, looks for contact, and he's collecting Leopards as they bring him down. It took him 3 that time, but it brings another first down.
Looks like the Eagles come out in a 4-wide formation, shotgun. Motion to the left. Norton keeps it straight up the middle. Picks up about 3.5, 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, Norton got stood up there, and as a quarterback, you do not want to be that. You do not want to get stood up and have all these people diving at you to bring you down. But it was a great play-action fake on the jet motion, which will bring up second and about 5 or 6 here for the Eagles. I do like the motion. I do like the fakes that they're given, and I do like it when they give the ball to the big back. It seems like the Eagles' offense is moving the ball pretty well.
Another handoff. Figueroa, he goes around the right side, and he's powering his way forward.
Abe, he is begging for contact. He is asking people to come and hit him. He's playing this game with his shoulder pads. Look at the replay here. He's right there with the contact, and he just keeps his legs moving. Another time it takes 3 Leopards to bring him down. But it is another first down for the Eagles.
And they're doing a slow, methodical drive down the field and
Controlling the
letting their legs and the pass speak for them right now.
Yeah,
they come back to that Twins formation with a single receiver to the right, still in shotgun. That's where he hands it off again. Figueroa goes straight up the middle, picks up about 2-3 yards on that carry.
Coach Garofano must like the physical running nature of Figueroa and said, hey, let's just give it to him. Keep the ball out of Norton's hands for right now until we need a big play, potentially.
And they keep pounding the right side of the Leopards line.
Now they are switching Figueroa to the other side. Oh, and Norton switches him back to the left.
Checking with the coach. Another handoff, number 3, around that right side.
You
Picks
call,
up about 4 more yards.
yeah,
on the
you
play.
called it, Abe. You called it. They do like the right-hand side, and Norton switched him from the right to the left so he can go across the body to get the handoff. And you know, I've had coaches tell me if it's not broke, why fix it? So you make them stop this play before you show them your next. And you know, we've seen this play about 4 times on this drive, back-to-back, the last 2 consecutive plays.
And it looked like 3rd down and about 3. And this is, once again, where they normally will run Norton right up the middle.
Garofano got all the way out to the hashes. Usually you get away with the numbers, but not the hashes. But it is a home game for a coach.
They got 2 backs in the backfield. Norton's up under center. Hands it off to number 3, and he pounds his way right up the middle.
Wow, what a great second effort.
Leopards was trying to stay home and put up a wall, which is going to bring up 4th down, which is going to be another
I'm not sure
another tough decision. The referee giving a signal of a
it's
4th
down. Yeah, he's just shy, but it was the second effort that got him another 1.5 yards closer.
This is another challenge for Coach Garofano. Is he going to put this game in the hands of his offensive lineman and just follow behind their lead blocks? Or is this where the Leopards going to stand up and put a wall?
Well, they haven't gotten a negative play yet.
Perfect shot there, Eric. Great job.
Norton's going back under center.
But there's a lot of Leopards
right.
at the line of scrimmage.
They hand the ball up to 3, and he picks up the 1st down again on that right side of the line.
You know, the Leopards had everybody on the line, almost like a punt block. And, you know, with William Figueroa, the big back, he had no problem going ahead and picking up that 1st down.
We got 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Score still Eagles 9, Leopards 6. And we're going to take a commercial break and be right back.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
All right, Dave, we are back with 6:02 in this opening drive of the second half. We're in the 3rd quarter, and we just witnessed the Eagles get a big 1st down on 4th down, and they've been running Figueroa the majority of this drive and looking pretty sharp, if I might add.
I'm a firm believer. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm going to continue to pound and pound. The 4 wide still. Shotgun formation for Norton. Norton hands off. Figueroa straight up the middle.
19. Caleb Williams on the first one on the tackle there for Figueroa, and he was right at the ankles. And in my opinion, when you have a big physical back, if you can get to the ankles, you can get him down, and that's what they did, and that's 2-yard gain.
Dave, when we said at the beginning of this broadcast that most games are won in the trenches. Right now, we're playing in the trenches.
We are in the
with
trenches.
The way Eagles are using Figueroa and Norton up the middle and on the right side of their offensive line. Handoff. Try to get around the outside. Flags on the play. That was number 10. Monte, as he tried to get around the left side of the field, but the Leopards was not having it. They went perfect angles to that ball to keep him from turning that corner.
Yeah, they extended that. They really brought him all the way to the line of scrimmage, the sideline there. But Terrell was definitely trying to make some things happen. Let's go to a commercial on this little injury break right now.
I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline. that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
Take a peek at the McMurdo family regional scoreboard real quick. Well, the injured Leopard was Carlin Arnold, the one of the top 3 defensive tacklers for the Leopards. So it looks like he's got a big time cramp in his calves, and he's gonna hopefully get some mustard or some pickle juice on the sideline and get back in the game. But Arnold has had 3 tackles tonight for the Leopard defense. But there was a penalty for holding, Abe, and now it's going to be 3rd and almost 20. 19.
And now it puts the Eagles in a trip set, single receiver. Norton still in the shotgun formation. They have Edwards in the back. Norton drops back. He's under pressure. He rolls to the right, still puts the ball in the air. It was caught by Eagle.
Hey, and he kept him in bounds, but that's going to be catched by Austin Stamina. And Stamina caught the ball, secured it, but got him right just outside the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be about 12 yards. 13, 12. Is it 3rd down?
It's 3rd down. Should be 3rd and 13.
Okay.
The Leopards showed some pressure.
Yeah.
And Norton had to, bail out of there and tried to roll right.
Well, since it is 3rd down, it is a 2-play down. You only need 5 here and 5 there, or 7 here and 5 there. However you get to 12. I guess 5 and 5 wouldn't be enough, but they're in the running formation right now,
Look
though.
like the Eagles going to take a timeout. So with that being said, with the score still being 9-6, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey there. Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
All right, 3:46 to go in this 3rd quarter, and it's 9-6. We got us a really good ball game, and the defense for the Leopards allowed them to move down the field, but are now getting stingy on their side of the field here. It'll be interesting to see how they come around and answer this 3rd down play.
So this is a very important 3rd down play for the Leopards, trying to keep the Eagles out of the end zone as well as field goal position.
They're going to be in that. Oh, so they showed the running formation. Now come back to the trip set, Abe.
But you see, they still have Figueroa in the back. With him and Norton in the back, it's a toss-up of who may get the ball. Norton rolls to the left, puts the ball in the air, intercepted by number 2. He got some room to the left side. He's still turning the corner. And he's horse-collared with another flag at the 5-yard line.
And that is huge because they had him on the 5 or 6 yard line.
And another flag. 2 flags. One real late flag, which we know probably is going to be the horse collar. It's that Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay where he threw the flag. Then another flag happened further down the field.
Yeah, and you're going to see that flag went 35 yards in the air, the second one.
But let's not take away from that interception.
Yeah, Norton threw that ball as far as he could.
That was Waylon Williamson who got the interception, number 2.
And Waylon does a really nice job of getting it in the corner and switching fields and taking it all the way around to the other side. But that penalty, the first penalty, I don't know what the second one is. Okay, looks like it was a face mask and unsportsmanlike both on the Eagles, which is going to get them out of. They were inside the 10-yard line, and now they're going to be well over that. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a 25-yard penalty because they're at the 35. So it looks like a 25-yard penalty after you added them both up, and bails the Leopards out of some tough sledding for the start of their first offensive series.
And the Eagles took a lot of time off the clock for that drive because we only got 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter, so it took some time for them to get down there. Now, can the Leopards take it the opposite way and make it to the end zone and put some points on the board?
Well, they have Jerry Brown back behind Saltzman. They have their trip set, and they had shown us where they were not afraid to throw to Kamani Dotson deep.
Oh, threw it a little too high. He was trying to put the ball in the hands of Kamani Dotson, just like you called. Tried to do a little screen pass to get the ball to him. So what it looks like now is Coach Alexander, offensive coordinator, is trying to get the ball in his playmaker's hands.
Yeah, and Kamani is definitely probably their number one playmaker. He's so elusive, so fast, and if he has the ball in his hands, he could do great things. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here on second down.
Well, I see they put Antonio Brown out wide to the right side. That's number 12 for the Leopards. Another handoff up the middle. That's going to be Jerry Brown. Picks up a hard 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, it's what we saw in the first half. Jerry Brown right up the middle for 5 yards, and sometimes he's going to get 8, sometimes he's going to get 2, but he's averaging right around 5 yards a carry, and it does bring about second down and 6 here.
Seem like every time the Leopards throw the ball, it softens the middle of the Eagles' defense. Next thing you know, they come back with a run. They're able to pick up 3-4 yards on a carry.
Nice shot there, Jay.
Saltzman hands it off. Oh, he trips up just short of the first down.
Yeah, so I said it was second. It was actually third. This is going to bring up fourth down, and it's a long yard, and you're on the wrong side of the 50 if you're a Leopard. But that's a great replay right there. He just loses. There's a lot of feet going in between those holes there. So
Dave, it's fourth down. Leopards come up real quick to the line. They're going to put their trust in their lineman right now. Flag on the play, picks up the first down, but it looks like it's a flag on the play.
Jerry has no problem leaving his feet. He looked like a long jumper leaving his feet.
Looked like an illegal shift.
You're going to see right here. Yeah, I think it's over here on the right side, but he's going to leave his feet right there. Looked like a long jumper going over, but would have been good enough. But I think they're going to back him up 5 and have a new fourth down.
It looks like
for the illegal
sending
shift.
out their punt team, which once again the penalty shut that play down, which he did make the first down.
Yeah, and Coach Chop's going to look at this and go over, keep cleaning it up the laundry, and this drive could have ended differently. This drive could have ended differently. This drive could have ended differently. And in a tight game, that can matter. See if the Eagles come. Last time it's a fake. It's a fake.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. Either it was some miscommunication or it wasn't designed to do what it was supposed to do, but that is keeping the Eagles right in that neighborhood that they were in last time.
I saw what you did there with that neighborhood. Yeah, the fake, last week we saw 3 punt fakes, and tonight we saw another one, and didn't look like the quarterback and the receiver were on the same page there for that play. But the Eagles came across previously and aggressively and got a penalty, so maybe they didn't play it so hard this time. But it's first down for the Eagles, Abe.
Got 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Still a lot of football left here tonight. Norton pitches out the 3 Figueroa. He slips as he's trying to cut back upside, but he still was able to pick up 2.5, 3 yards on the carry.
Now, Abe, I can tell you, if you remember way back when we played football on Friday Night Lights, sometimes that grass got a little slippery, and Figueroa must have made a real hard cut because he did lose his footing. And the later the night goes, the slippery that field becomes, and it'll be about 2nd and 10 again, 2nd and 9, maybe got a yard. But Coach Garfano looks like he's just trying to run this clock out.
Motion, Norton keeps it, tried to bounce back outside, but the Leopards got there quickly. Number 7, Arnold was right there.
Yeah. Arnold with a big tackle for loss. That's the first time I've seen Norton carry the ball this second half. Maybe the first or second time, but it's been the Figueroa show mostly. But it is 3rd and 12. And they got about 28 seconds to go. They might have to run one more play, but I see him sneak in the other quarterback for the Eagles, number 12, Aiden Coleman.
And you did mention Aiden likes to pass the ball. So is this a passing down? They're in 4 wides. He hands off to number 3, but the Leopards was not having it. They met him in the backfield led by number 33.
Abe, you're not going to love this. A high tossed flag near the end of the play. The end of the play. So Figueroa was already down, and the flag went up. We got a personal foul on
targeting.
Okay, so they tag it. They attack the helmet of the other player there for the Eagles. That is going to be a big penalty for the Eagles, and that should be enough for a first down, Abe. And with 1 second to go in this third quarter, it'll bring up first down. But the Eagles stay in that trip set, and they kind of rotate in and out. But it is going to end up the third quarter. They're going to let the clock expire with 1 quarter left. It's 9-6. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of 1 treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Abe, we are back to kick off the 4th quarter of the Burger Bowl, sponsored by Glory Days. And, man, the Eagles have an opportunity here. Can they cash in from the 25-yard line going in? Can they cash in with a brand new set of downs?
They're in that 4 wide set. They hand the ball straight up the middle. Figueroa is still moving his feet, still moving. The Leopards are trying to wrap him up. He is still on his feet. The referees are not blowing the whistle, and he's still moving. And the refs are letting that play go.
And the Leopards are trying to strip the ball, and you're going to see Figueroa's legs move right there, moving. moving, still moving, still moving, still moving. Oh, man, what a run by Mr. Figueroa. And a big first down on first down. That was a 10-plus yard run for the Eagles.
And he pulled at least 2 or 3 players with him the entire time because they didn't go low. They were tackling up high.
Yeah, they were
With a player
high.
like that, you got to hit him low.
Guess where we are, Abe?
We're in the neighborhood of the Applebee's red zone. Hand off to Figueroa right again, and he's right up the middle into the end zone for the Eagles.
That is enough for the Eagles. He crosses the goal line there, about 1.5 yards deep. And you're going to see it. It looked a lot like the last play. They're going right up the middle to the right side of the defense, driving his knees, running behind those big pads as he's brought down in the end zone. But he will collect 6 points for the Eagles as it brings a score 15-6 before the extra point. So you're up by 9, Abe. Do you go for 1 and make it 10, or do you go ahead and does 11 matter? I think you kick it here, right? 11 doesn't matter.
Field goal.
And you have a good field goal kicker because he already has made one tonight for 3 points, and that's Logan Kepner.
Line up for the extra point.
Zoom in on the holder, please, Eric. Zoom in on the holder. Lower, 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 lower.
Right down the middle, Abe, and that's going to make it 16-6 as the Eagles cash in on that first drive of the fourth quarter, and now we have to have a Leopard response.
So penalties is hurting the Leopards right now. It's keeping the Eagles in scoring position by marching down the field. Then they put the ball in the hands of Norton and Figueroa. Figueroa, that's why I told you, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They've been working on that, either putting Norton up the middle and Figueroa around the right side of that line. So you got to give credit to the offensive lineman for the Eagles because right now they're winning the game in the trenches up front by giving that push, and then the impact player for the Eagles, which is Norton right now, as well as Figueroa, they're making a game of this.
Yeah. And the hidden yardage, plays a big role. Like where do you start with the ball? And both teams have had opportunities, but the Eagles have been very consistent in starting on their 40-yard line or better. Oh, onside. Does it go 10? It does! It does! Wow. The onside did not look like it was going to go 10 yards, and then it took a friendly Eagles bounce, and it ended up going 11 yards, and they just recovered it. The Leopards did not make an attempt
Number
to
79,
cover that
Jarvis
ball.
for the Leopards was right there.
All right, the referees are huddling together right now. They are trying to figure this out to make sure everything's okay, but it does appear it went 10 yards. But they are making sure that it wasn't touched by an Eagle before and that nobody was offsides. And it is a first down
for the Leopards. Either somebody touched the ball before it went 10 yards.
Okay, we did not see the flag on the play, so they're saying that it was touched with an Eagle prior to it traveling 10 yards is the call.
So that puts the Leopards in good field position. 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. This game is far from over.
Well, this is some really excellent field position.
This is where Saltzman has to take this game in his hands, either with his legs or his arms, to get his offense into a rhythm to get a quick score.
A quick score would help. It's not dire, but it would help, especially with some of the morale, because the momentum has shifted to the home team here, but Saltzman does have the strong arm.
So the Leopards in the 3-2, they hand it off to Brown.
Yeah, Jerry Brown's
picks
running.
up about 2 yards on the play.
And the defense has no, the Springstead defense is living at the legs and lower of the running backs for Hernando. And first on the scene was Caleb Baywatch Johnson for the Eagles.
Still in that 3-2 formation. Saltzman drops back.
They are calling it an incomplete pass.
And a flag.
They did
threw
drop
a flag.
it.
I'm not sure it was a receiver in the area.
You're gonna see the replay here. He's
Call it
shuffling his
intentional
feet,
grounding.
looking, and able to push it down later, but not much strength with Mr. Baywatch Johns on that. But they did call intentionally grounding on Saltzman. And that's going to be a big loss for the Leopards.
Saltzman's going to have to get the ball somehow to his playmakers to put a spark in this offense of the Leopards, because body language tells a lot.
It does tell a lot.
I need that transmitter back up, Eric. I don't have anything from you.
Yeah, Dotson is the playmaker they're trying to get the ball to, and he just ran out of space. That's he never got tackled. He just got pushed out of bounds, and it will bring up 4th down and long here, Abe.
Is this a situation where the Leopards going to punt?
Well, you can't afford another touchdown right now. So if you play some field position game, you still have 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. So the potential is you're gonna need a big kick here. And last time they were able to get the ball back on their punt.
Nice high kick.
No Leopards around.
He tried to pick it up, picked up about 2 yards after he picked it up. That was real dangerous. I'm quite sure the special team coach is going to bring him over to the sideline and talk to him, because right there could have been a crucial play had he had a mishap on that.
Yeah, Aaron De La Rosa was the brave Eagle who fielded that, and had he not, there was some grass around him, but most coaches like for you to play it safe, especially in a tight game as this one has been, especially in a rivalry game where, bragging rights and more, the Burger Trophy matters as well.
Dave, don't forget we got the Glory Days Player of the Game. What will they receive in the Glory Days Player of the Game?
Not only do they get recognized, but they get the coveted Glory Days gift certificate and the GCSN Sports Network T-shirt.
They hand it off to Norton again, up the middle. And he's still coming on the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah, Figueroa just does not go down easy. And if Coach Garofano can keep him running, he can pretty much close out this game, because he's usually pretty good for 3 to 5 yards a pop.
Dave, I want to send a special shout out to our camera crew. They're doing an amazing job tonight, making sure we got every angle that we need to see and our viewers need to see. Matter of fact, we got a great crowd on hand for the Leopards and the Eagles. So whenever they get a free chance, they just put a shot in, because we have a nice crowd on hand. They're into this game.
It's a great game to be into.
Norton tried to get up the middle.
Yeah, Norton was tackled pretty quick there at the line of scrimmage by number 77, Big Evan Richards, the senior nose guard. And he's been a big stopping force all night for the Leopards, and you got 3rd and 5 here, 3rd and 4. This is what the Leopards need. This is 3rd down, a chance to get off the field, put your offense back in the game. You can't give up the 1st down here.
Are you good now, Eric?
If you're a Leopard.
I see the Eagles cheerleaders are going strong over here trying to keep their crowd in it. I see the Leopards over there with their gold pom-poms trying to get their crowd into it. We're in the 4th quarter, 8 minutes remaining. They're still using Figueroa up the middle. He picks up another 3 yards.
And these runs by Figueroa are hard, and he's falling forward, and he's doing a fantastic job for the Eagles, and the Leopards are having the hardest time to bring him down, but he does pick up the first, and they are tick-tock for the Eagles as they're trying to close out this game with 7 minutes and 30 to go, up by 10 points, Abe.
This is a difference between last year's game because the Eagles was winning 50, I believe it was 51-14. Norton goes straight up the middle. He's still going. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in the end zone for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know what? That was a huge run for the Eagles. I thought they were giving the ball to Williams again, and somehow Figueroa did not have the ball. Let's take another peek. Looks like Figueroa has it, and then Norton sometimes has it, and the Leopards thought what I thought, that they weren't going to give it to anybody but Figueroa, and Norton makes him pay as he scampers 50-plus yards down to the end zone, and now they start putting the game away for the Eagles.
And looking at that play as it developed, it looked like it was a lot of arm tackling coming from the Leopards in that secondary area.
Well, Abe, this defense has lived on the field this second half, and that's usually when the arm tackling comes up, but it's 22-6 right now, pending this extra point. Kapner usually gets another, just goes ahead and kicks it usually, but the penalty did come up, and it looks like they're probably going to back up the kicking team here.
So who would have thought 7 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the game, it would have been 22-6. We had a very close game, and right now the Eagles are trying to soar with the victory. But I always say, football is a four-quarter sport. You got the kick return.
You do have the kick return.
Put your playmakers back there. You still in this game, like you said, but the defense has been on the field for quite some time.
Yep, and Kepner's field goal is up and good.
So looking at the stats, it looked like Figueroa 18 carries for 106 yards and 1 touchdown tonight. And then you have Norton, 12 carries for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 different runners. You know, Figueroa is going to get you the tough yards in the middle, hard to bring down, carrying the defense, where Norton will pull it at the last second and just find the open grass and the open lane and take those big chunk yards, which he has done tonight, and reach the end zone 2 times, like you mentioned.
And Coach Garofano did mention in our game day show that one of the spotlight players would be Figueroa, and he was like, the kid is so big, he wouldn't want to be in front of him trying to bring him down. So it looked like now that they're wearing the Leopards defense down, he is now using his legs and his power to change the game.
Oh, Jay, great shot, buddy.
Number 15 picks up the ball. That's Brown, Jakeem Brown. He makes it around the right side, picks up a lot of yards.
Yeah, he reversed the field because he caught it by our numbers and took it to the other sideline and was able to pick up about 25 yards on the return. 2 guys to beat for the touchdown, but ran out of bounds.
I need to see some more Jakeem Brown on the field because he came out with a purpose, trying to make something happen in his game. He came out with a little spark of energy.
Yeah, he's definitely wants to make something happen for the Leopards. But now it's Saltzman's time. And this is one of the more exciting times that we could see Saltzman because we know he has the big, giant arm.
Look like they got Saltzman out wide. Dotson in the back.
That is Saltzman out wide. At the top of our screen is our quarterback.
Dotson is trying to find somewhere to go, but he's forced out of bounds by the Eagles. The Eagles started swarming.
if a good defense communicates, right? A good defense talks, and if they see number one back at the quarterback spot, they have to know the edge is where we're trying to go here, or where they're trying to go, and it looks like the Eagles were prepared for that play. But I bet Saltzman probably comes back under center, in my opinion, and we should see a pass attempt. Don't forget about the tight end. Last time he came up with a big catch for the Leopards.
Leopards go in twins to the right. Shotgun formation. Double reverse pass. Saltzman looking. Shakes man. Push the ball in the air. In and out of the hands of number 13, William Mobley.
Yeah, Mobley does have some really good hands, and we've seen him already make an impact on this game. But look at the trickery here. Saltzman hands it off. It's flicked back to him by the wide receiver on the reverse. He dodges the first defensive lineman, and then he throws the ball really well to Mobley, but it was not caught. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 13, Abe. And something must happen if you're a Leopard. A 1st down, a big play. But definitely some creativity on that last play.
Tight ends checking with Saltzman. Now he runs out wide. Twins to the left, single receiver right. Saltzman drops back. He puts the ball up in the air again.
Yeah.
He having miscues. I mean, he has the arm.
He really, like, as soon as he threw the ball, I thought it was, I didn't think Tyreek Hill could catch that one. I mean, it was really, like, you're going to see him. He just steps back and throws it. It's really quick, really high, really far. His arm is very special, but
Tyreek Hill, Dave?
He's fast.
And then they would have caught it and did a backflip in the end zone?
He might have, but it was a long throw, and, Saltzman does have a really terrific arm, though, and
so
it does bring up 4th down.
Would you have said that was a Tua throw?
No, it wouldn't have been. But it is a punting situation because you don't want to give up another touchdown, even though it's 7 minutes. And the last time they punted a nice high one, it was up for grabs.
And that's where that Eagle player made a dangerous pickup.
It's high again, Abe. Oh, and it takes a Leopard bounce.
All the way down to the 20-yard line.
Well, you saw that the Eagles did not come across because one time they did, they got a penalty, and the next time they didn't come across because it was a fake kick. But we have 7 minutes and 1 second left.
Well, Dave, we got to get ready to start talking about this Glory Days player of the game. And while we do that, let's go ahead and go to our regional scoreboard, the McMurdo Family Vision regional scoreboard. All right, Dave, 6 minutes, 58 seconds remaining. You got the Eagles up 23 to the Leopards 6. Hand off to Figueroa once again. He breaks around the right side. He has a little daylight. Shoestring tackle by number 9 for the Leopards. That's going to be Isaiah Williams. But it's a flag on the play.
Yeah, you're gonna see the freaky fast replay here as Coleman just hands off right there, and the pulling guard's looking for someone to block. The referee throws the flag. He is an all-star at throwing this flag. Have you seen how high he has been able to get these flags all night? But Figueroa is down, and he looks like he's cramping. So we're going to take a commercial break as he gets stretched out.
Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces. Over 80,000 combinations for only $14.99.
No, that's a heck of an option there.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio.
Well, Dave, it looked like number 3 Figueroa was catching some cramps, but they were hit by a penalty, holding, which brought bringing the ball back, which keep the Leopards able to knock on the door.
Yeah, that and as a running back, it's always tough to get those nice yards that you get taken away, but sometimes that's why you get them. So it'll replay first down, it'll back them up, and now we get to see what happens here with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go and a first down and probably 15 here.
He was in the 4 wide. Looks like they got number 12, Coleman, back at quarterback.
Now there's a lot of tacklers there for the Leopards.
McCullum tried to get some yards up the middle, but the Leopards weren't having it.
McCullum, you can see McCullum usually on the defensive side of the ball, and he's stepping in here for the cramping Figueroa, who's been running all night. He's carried the ball 19 times at least in this game, and it does bring up second down as Coach Garfano is taking his time here in the huddle and with his subs and trying to not give the Leopards too much time to work with.
Another handoff to McCullum. He's trying to bounce to the left side, but he was met by some Eagles that look like number 19 for the Leopards. That's going to be Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Williams has really been the best player for the Leopards today on defense. Caleb was our star impact player in the first half for the Leopards defense with several tackles and tackles for losses, and we've called his name 2 or 3 times this half. So he continues to play tough for the Leopards as the clock continues to wind down into the 5:30s. It looks like it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Eagles, and Coach Garfano does not need all 15 here. It would bring up a punting situation, but I do believe there's going to be a timeout for the Eagles, and we will continue to take a timeout as well.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
All right, Abe, we got 4:56 left to go in the game. It is 3rd and 15. You wouldn't be putting this ball in the air if you were Coach Garfano, would you?
You know what? I'll go ahead and run it. See what
They got
I can
Norton.
Get.
Norton's
if I don't
back
get it,
in.
then I'll go ahead and kick it.
Yeah.
Norton's had 2 interceptions tonight, so I'm not going to put the ball in the air. He used his legs. He got some yardage. Go ahead and bring out the punt team.
Yeah, it should be a quick punt here, and it looks like about a 4th and 8. But they are the kicking team is coming on. The punting team bumping on to the field, and they are not trying to snap this ball anytime quick, but they are pushing Isaiah Williams, number 9, back deep to go with his buddy, number 2, Waylon Williamson, for the punt return. Yeah, that's a wonderful punt, a wonderful high punt.
And that was a smart play by number 2. He wanted to pick it up, but then he realized the defense was coming fast, so he made a smart decision on that play.
And if you've never played football before, picking the ball up from the ground and putting it in a secure position under your arm, it doesn't take a lot of time, but as soon as that defense comes, they are trying to take that ball from you and hit you with all they have. So it is not as easy done as it is to say. So it's smart play by Mr. Williamson, as you said. It does, however, give the Leopards a long way to go before they can score. So they're going to have to put together a long drive.
But
And they have,
Saltzman has an arm.
well,
He just got to get. Right now, I would tell Saltzman, listen, take additional 3-4 steps back and put the ball in the air so your receivers got a chance to run up under it. Because this is where he needs his playmakers to make plays. See, he takes a few more steps, put too much on it right there. Take a few more steps back, put the ball in the air.
yeah, and the Eagles defense has 2 safeties back deep, and their corners are giving them some space, and they are really covering that secondary for him and not making Saltzman's job too easy for him. But it does bring up second down, and the clock has stopped with 3:55 to go in the contest. Great view there by our camera crew.
Saltzman takes the ball around the left side, didn't see anybody open downfield. Everybody was covered, so he had to take the ball and ran out of bounds.
Yeah, he really wanted to throw this ball, and he looked and he looked and he looked, and then the pressure came, and he does, as a quarterback, Saltzman does a really nice job of wanting to throw when he's supposed to throw, and when the pressure came, he did have to sneak out of bounds, but it does stop the clock with 3:46 to go and 3rd down and 10, the original line of scrimmage here. We got quads over there, Abe?
Yes, they do.
Who's backside?
They got Dotson, Kamani Dotson backside. Saltzman drops back. He's looking. He's rolling to his right. He puts the ball in the air.
Yeah, Saltzman attacked the grass because it looked like some running lanes, but he kept his eyes downfield, and his receiver may have slowed down on that route, thinking he was going to run it. But regardless, the ball does go over the head of the receiver, and it is punt time for the Leopards.
With 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, 23-6. The Leopards are punting. Now, Eagles get the ball. Are you going to drive the length of the field, or are you going to just take your time and methodically just run the clock out?
Well, I look for Garofalo to do what he did the last series, which is take long times in the huddle, snap the ball late in the play clock, and then try to pick up a couple first downs. And there's no one back deep for the Eagles, as Isaiah Williams picks up the punt, hands it to the referee, and the Eagles will start the ball on their 40-yard line. Now, this was a great contest at the beginning of the game, and I know the score is a couple scores away from being tied back up, and the Eagles have pulled away in the second half, but you know the Leopards did look good at times, and their offense moved the ball, and if it wasn't for Figueroa and Norton, the 1-2 punch for the Eagles, who knows what the score would be right now.
Right, and I think the Leopards took a blow when they lost number 6 in the game as well, when he was taken out of the game. That was a blow to their linebacker core and running back. So that kind of hurt them throughout, and then all the penalties. And like you say, the Leopards defense been on the field for a very long
time tonight, and that does add up. And we're going to have probably a holding call here. Yep, that's a holding call for the Eagles, which will back them up. And coaches trying to get a few younger guys in on the game, and usually when you hold, it's because you're not moving your feet, and that's usually what happens when the younger guys get in there, but it is going to back them up nonetheless. But it still remains first down, and the clock is stopped at 3:16 to go in the contest. But I was pleased with both teams. I thought the offenses looked good. I thought the defenses played hard. It was just the laundry that showed up at the wrong times
The
for some of these
laundry,
players.
that was more of a cleaning crew. We was at the
Yeah.
cleaners.
Wow.
Number
Eh,
19
he-
in on the tackle again. That Caleb Williams for the Leopards.
Yeah, Caleb has continued to show up and show out for the Leopards tonight. We spoke about him last drive as well, and as a coach, you love seeing your defense players play tough and play hard, even when the game seems nearly out of reach.
So, Dave, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game, and we got to get ready to pick our Glory Days player of the game.
There's been some defensive players and some offensive players that have really stepped up and made themselves worthy of the Glory Days player of the game.
Looked like the Eagles put some fresh legs out there, but the
They are
Leopards were able.
They are trying to strip that ball. The defense had 3 guys standing him up as number 23, Gabriel Dooley, ran that ball, but he was able to keep 2 hands on it in traffic and maintain possession as the clock continues to run here for the Eagles.
So, Dave, with 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining and counting down, it seemed like the Eagles are going to keep the Burger Bowl trophy here at the Eagles' Nest.
It does look like the Burger Bowl trophy will be for the Eagles, and Coach Garofano has done such a nice job with this team, and not everyone believed in the Eagles this year because their first 2 games were super tough competition, and now we see the Eagles with a 2-game winning streak, and looks like they have righted the ship, so to speak, but they were coming off a bye week, and a lot can happen in a bye week.
But you still got to take your hat off to Coach Chop Alexander. He came in with the Eagles with a great game plan against these Eagles. Penalties started taken away from the game. The situation with number 6, the turnovers, kind of hurt him in a sense. And his defense was on the field a very long time. And remember, I said their defense had been stingy all year, but the Eagles was able to exploit the middle and the right side of his defense.
Well, and Coach Chop has a tough district, but he will still see Weeki Wachee, and he will still see Central this year, who are the top two placers in that district right now. So they can still fix this season and play it tough.
Look like number 23 still rolling, and another flag is down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Gabriel Dooley again on the carry. Gabriel Dooley again on the carry for the Eagles, but looks like we have another cramp going on. We'll take a quick commercial break as they get stretched out. Can't use that twice.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Abe, that's number 33 cramping up. That's Kevin Smith, who has been doing a great job at deep tackle for the Leopards all night. And he was mainly responsible for some of those big stops for the Leopards. 6 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss for Mr. Smith tonight. But it does bring up 4th down, and the punting team has stepped on for the Eagles. Looks like Austin Sestina is first. Austin Sestina, the defensive back and wide receiver, is going to step in here and punt this ball back. Leopards are coming, as they should come. It's going to be fielded. Number 2's got some space. Hell, he's ran out of bounds. That's returned by Waylon Williamson, number 2 for the Leopards.
He was hit out of bounds by number 2, Marshawn Archibald.
Archibald's played a good game, too, for the Eagles tonight.
Another flag just came up.
All right, the white hat is watching the sidelines right over here, and he has tossed it in, and it appears that they're going to make sure that this rivalry is kept clean. So,
And like I said, when you have a rivalry like this, you got to be disciplined and smart. And here's the thing. There's no reason for us, it's 37 seconds remaining in a ball game.
yeah, you want to keep it clean, want to keep it classy, and it is going to be a big 15 yards from where Williamson went out of bounds, but we're going to see Saltzman again. One of my favorite arms to see, if I'm being honest with you, Abe. I just love to see how far he can throw it.
And Saltzman he plays baseball as well. And I believe he was with the Leopards as they went to the state championship, state playoffs for baseball. Saltzman got it over to Dotson. Dotson finds the right side, finds the seam, puts on some speed, still moving, brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Aaron De La Rosa, the punt returner and corner, brings him down. But you're going to see, get the ball to the playmakers, and he's weaving in and out. And De La Rosa brings him down just inside the 10, which makes us in the neighborhood here, but not a whole lot of time left on the clock for Saltzman and the Leopards. He's going to take it. Saltzman's going to try to fight for the touchdown.
They call a timeout. It looked like he made it to the 2-yard line.
He did.
The Leopards are trying to score. They're trying to at least leave on a touchdown note.
Well, you want to get in the end zone, and you can't win with this touchdown, but you can definitely feel better about the night.
It looked like a player is down.
Yeah, it looks like an offensive lineman. But, we've seen 3 players already tonight cramp. So hopefully that's all it is, because, we never really want any injuries. We never want to see an injury. We're rooting for all the boys to stay safe. And he is walking off on his own power, so that's a great thing. But with
they got 2.5 seconds remaining.
That's exact. So
if I was coach, I'll go behind number 72. You know what? 72 is the biggest lineman on the Leopards field.
That's Wiley Blair, the tackle. He's a senior. And
I would go right behind Wiley. Him and 77.
Yep, that is a strong side of the offensive line on the left-hand side there. Let's see.
I would be up under center, and I would go right between those 2 guys.
Great tackle by number 42 for the Springstead Eagles. That is Jacoby McKinnon, and that'll do everything for the night. Springstead 23 coming up with a defensive stand there at the end, and the Hernando Leopards 6.
Springstead Eagles 23. So Dave, who is going to be the Glory Days player of the game?
Well, you know what? This player did it on offense and he did it on defense, and he led the team in carries. Had a big touchdown for them. That's going to be William Figueroa, the running back and linebacker for the Springstead Eagles. Congratulations, sir. 19 rushes, 108 yards, and a touchdown on the evening. And he is the Glory Days player of the game.
Well, unfortunately, Figueroa wasn't there on picture day, but we all saw who he was, and we all watched him drive up and down this field. So, with that being said, Springstead Eagles take home the Burger Bowl 23 to the Leopards 6. Great game tonight, fellas. And right now we're going to send it up to Will.
Thank you, Abe and Dave. A great call once again. The 2025 Burger Bowl is in the books, and the Eagles are going to take home that Burger Bowl trophy with a final score of 23-6. Two wonderful programs here in Hernando County. We certainly appreciate them, and we root for them every night. Same with all the other teams here in the county. We certainly want them all to do well. I'd like to say thanks to the crew, not just the game crew here tonight, but for the GCSN Game Day Live crew. Check that out under the special events section of our channel. We had a wonderful pregame show tonight with wonderful guests. You're going to want to check that out. But for the ball game, for Abe Dowdell, Dave Barrett, Jason Cephas, Eric White, Jim Redmill, I'm Will Wilkie. And we'll see you next time. I'm sorry, Dustin. Hold on, Dustin. We're not clear yet.